I think the best way to start this video is to read part of the lawsuit that's filed against these sheriff's deputies by a man named Dale and his attorney. As Dale drove up, one of the officers blinded Dale with a flashlight and walked towards Dale's extremely slow-moving vehicle. Once the officer got close to Dale's car, the officer dramatically jumped out of the way as another officer responded, "You almost hit him." And it's what the deputies do next to this 77-year-old man that sparked this lawsuit. In this video, we're going to look at the body cam footage, we're going to talk to Dale and his criminal defense attorney John Collins, and then we're going to look at the lawsuit filed by civil rights attorney Whitfield Hyman. But first, let me set the stage. This video is about a 77-year-old rodeo announcer named Dale Hancock who lives in Faulkner County, Arkansas on 75 acres where he raises cows, horses, and mules. Dale's daughter and her husband Justin also live on his property in a separate house. And this video begins with his daughter's husband Justin being pulled over down the road from his house. And being so close, Justin continued driving slowly to his driveway where he eventually pulled over.
Come here, come here, come here. Come here. Come here. Can you hear me? Are you deaf? Can you hear me? Come here. Keep him going. Come here. Come here. Put your hands on the hood. Put your hands on the truck now. Put your hands on the truck. Yes. Give us everybody back.
What's going on? What am I getting arrested for?
He's drunk. What's your name?
Justin.
I'm going to read this to you real quick, okay? You've seen it on NCIS, everything else, just a formality, okay, before I talk to you, all right?
I don't want to.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used to get you in a court of law. Having these rights in mind, you should talk to us now.
What's going on?
At about 8 p.m., Dale was in his chair watching TV when he saw police cars with their lights on at his daughter's home at the end of his driveway. So you were sitting right here, huh?
Just like that. We had been out to El Paso to the cowboy church. I rode my mule because I was going to announce a rodeo on her Easter weekend. And we'd come home, turn the mule out, change clothes. We were sitting right here. I was sitting right here. And the dog started barking. And Debbie went in the game room in there and looked out this window right here and said, "Dale, there's a bunch of policemen up at Lori's house."
And so Dale decided to drive down his driveway to see what was going on because he was worried one of the animals may have come loose or that there might be a medical emergency or a fire.
When we get up here, there's 2 police cars parked on the road right there and 1 parked in the driveway. And I pull across right here. I stop right here.
It's like you probably normally would, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So why did you not stop back there, dude? I let you up like a mile and a half. I thought, man,
Hey, hold on.
Stay back.
Hey. Yo.
Hey.
What do you think you're doing?
As Dale is very slowly pulling around on his own property, mind you, to see what the commotion is, Deputy Seth Howard walks directly at Dale's vehicle and then acts as though he's in fear for his life as the truck doing 2 miles an hour comes to a stop in front of him. And then all hell breaks loose.
I don't. You just hit my foot. You almost hit him. What are you doing?
Back up.
I did not do anything, sir.
No, you're not going over there.
Oh, hey, I'm not doing anything.
What is? Hey, this is about to turn into a whole different situation. You almost hit my deputy. Put your hands on here now. You almost hit my damn deputy.
I didn't almost hit somebody. I pulled up in the damn driveway.
We got one fighting. You're gonna get tased if you move again. You understand? You're gonna get tased.
What is going on?
I don't have the idea.
We got more family pulling up.
They are tasing my dad. They're trying to tase my
Nobody's tasing anybody. Stay back. Stay back.
They're trying to tase me.
Stay back. No. He's going to jail, and he's going to jail too. No. I'll tell you this: if you move, you're going to go for jail for obstruction.
Let me tell you something.
No, I'm going to tell you something. I conducted a lawful traffic stop that he fled from. Do you understand me? He fled from my traffic stop. He's going to jail. He almost ran over a deputy just now. I'm not going to reiterate to you. Get back in your car, go home. You're going to go to jail. Do you understand?
Dale, are you okay?
He's okay. He's okay. He started fighting whenever we tried to put him in cuffs just now whenever he ran over
Dale, this man is 77 years old.
He almost ran over a deputy. It doesn't matter how old he is. He don't matter. It don't matter.
My husband, he has never.
He almost ran over a deputy. You don't understand.
Well, then he almost hit a deputy.
Well, maybe y'all were in his way. Maybe.
We were in his way. Get in your vehicle right now.
This is my problem.
Get in your vehicle. You're interfering with an investigation. Go in your.
I'm not talking to you.
Go in your vehicle. I'm not messing with you. Sit down. Be a grown woman. Sit down. Put your leg in. What the? Is he? Do we need to check? Do we need to? Are you hurting?
Am I hurt?
Are you hurting anyway?
I said, would you move that seat up a little bit?
We can't do that. Are you hurting though?
Am I hurting?
Yes.
Well, these handcuffs are a little tight.
Okay. Well, okay. Besides the handcuffs.
No,
are
I'm
you
fine.
Okay? Okay. Holy shit.
Right now.
My husband is 77 years old.
He almost ran over a cop just now. You're not listening. Is it your grandson? Is it your grandson in the white truck?
No, sir. That's my son-in-law.
And trying to talk with him, as it gets your husband?
Yes.
He almost ran over one of my deputies just now. And then, whenever we attempted to put him in handcuffs to detain him for that, he started fighting us.
My husband?
Yes, he's going to jail for resisting arrest and obstruction right now. Because I've got to stop my investigation for DWI with him in regard to dealing with this. Now he's going to jail too. Yes, yeah, just like that quick. As soon as he almost ran over my deputy and started fighting over, we tried to put him in handcuffs. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You're talking about my husband is 70.
Did you not see him just fighting with my deputies?
No, sir, I did not.
He did. I'm telling you, okay?
He is 77 years old.
That
He has had a heart surgery.
That might be. Doesn't matter. He almost ran over a deputy. That don't
Maybe
matter.
he didn't see you.
That was flashlights.
Just have my light on, shining.
No, there's no
Maybe I
seats.
almost went over.
Okay, can I?
Right here.
This would be right.
I have my light on, shining, everything.
This is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm not going to argue debate, okay? What we're going to do is they are going to jail, okay? They'll both be out about 8 to 10 hours, okay? It'll be morning time. In the morning time, you go pick them up, okay? You have questions in regard to that.
Because my husband came up here to see what was going on with the lights and
Yes, he almost just ran over one of my deputies.
He didn't know what was going on.
Well, he almost ran over a deputy.
Ma'am, okay, do you see these flash? Do you see these lights right here on this first deputy vehicle? You're telling me your husband didn't see a deputy in front of those lights?
No, let me tell you what. Let me explain something. We have driveway alerts. So my driveway alert went
100%.
off right there at the fence. So I got up to see who was coming up the driveway. It's just safety. I said, Dale, there's police cars all up there on our driveway.
Yeah.
So he got up and he headed this way.
Absolutely.
He did not have any idea of what was going on. If there'd been a wreck, if somebody was breaking into her house, if somebody had stolen something. We didn't have any idea. He was coming up here. He didn't know what was going on.
Absolutely. So, I understand where you're coming from, and I do apologize for guiding you to your vehicle, okay? But there's no way your husband didn't see a deputy in front of these flashing blue lights with his headlights on and this deputy's flashlight on, okay? There's no.
I can have my car again.
Yeah, you can't come over here, but you can get out of your car. You have to.
I need to speak to my husband.
No, man. Well, that's not happening right now, okay?
I would like, if you can, go ahead and do a tow sheet for this vehicle, inventory, that type of thing. That's going with us. As for him, I'm okay with, even though he was driving the car, I'm okay leaving the car here. He's got to go for obstruction and resisting. Easy. Because that's way too much. Trying to get him stopped and everything else, and then nearly running somebody over, and then fighting once he goes to cuffs. No.
Okay, yeah.
Are we all in agreement to that?
I think you need to make that decision. Because I don't care.
He's 77. I mean,
that with you. What do you think?
He might have not seen me. I don't know.
Okay. What do you want to do on that? I'm okay.
I think I don't think he did it maliciously, but he definitely did it. I don't know if we should I personally don't think we should take a 77-year-old man because it's his. But it's up to you, dude. You would have got smoked by a vehicle if you didn't move.
It was. He didn't stop. I heard stop.
It's definitely up to you.
No, I say we don't take him.
So I mean, you could always just cite and release him if you feel like doing that, or we could just be like, hey, let bygones be bygones.
Let's have a neutral deputy make that decision. Once Cox gets here,
because that was ridiculous.
That was very dumb.
He was good up until the point he started trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you, and then going from there. I mean, you can't come up start cussing deputies in the middle of a DWI investigation. So this is my supervisor here. This is my supervisor. He's pulling up.
Oh my God!
Hold on just a second, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convene with him. I don't know that we're gonna take your husband to jail, okay? I'm gonna talk with him about that, and then we'll go from there, okay? If you want to just hang out in your car, that'd be great. We continue driving 35, 40. Never got over like 40-ish. So I ended up getting him out at gunpoint, felony takedown style. He got out, handizing him. Another car comes over, that SUV over there, starts coming around the bend, and immediately caught family. So go ahead and keep them back. Two of them went over there, and the truck, it's an elderly man, so to his credit, he may not have seen Howard. However, he almost hit Howard. Howard's got his flashlight on. Stop! And Howard had to jump out of the way so he didn't get hit by the car. So, of course, everybody's, what are you doing? Just get out of the car, dude. Go ahead, try to detain him. He starts fighting, resisting. Howard was standing probably at cell like this, almost.
Nah, a little bit in front of it.
A little bit in front of the side of it. And dude just kept pulling straight, just right at him. And he like I say, he jumped off the side, though. And, yeah, and we immediately were like, get back, go, whatever, and just my grandson. Not just in the way, obstruction, straight up, just that. So he went.
Fighting y'all or anything?
He did. I mean, he did.
Besides obstruction.
If he wasn't 77, he'd have been fighting. It was definitely resisting, passive. Definitely passive. That's what we're discussing, though. I mean, we could take him, but to his credit, maybe he didn't see. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just trying to pull up and make sure.
So were you directly in the driveway?
Yeah, I was like standing right there. He's where the center of the freaking car is.
And then you had to go over here. And
yeah, I mean,
he wasn't going too fast.
Like 10. Not like he's trying to get him.
What car is he?
He's in
Has
Howard.
he been Mirandized?
Nope.
Do you think he was trying to run you over?
No, he wasn't going to do it. He was so down to the seat. But he didn't do it. My opinion, I don't find obviously. Probably confused old man. Pretty sure daughter ran down there. Said, oh, I'm for arresting him.
Probably freaked him out.
He didn't know what
I'm
was
sure
going
that
on.
freaked him out, so that's not an excuse to get in the way and try to stop us from doing our job.
I see that side.
Technically, I mean, if you wanted to push the resisting as a violent misdemeanor crime, we could.
Man, dude, like I say, I'll leave that up to you. Do you want to take? If not, we can be like, hey, give him warning for.
So you can cite and release him because either one of those are class A.
Oh, he can't cite and release.
You can cite and release him. You don't have to cite him, just release him.
1041 Charles X-ray Young John comes back on a white Chevy Colorado.
I think citation for obstruction. Hey there. Hey, so I'm Deputy McLean, Faulkner County Sheriff's Office. Okay. Man, I'm gonna explain to you this full situation. Okay. Are you?
That's why I just came up here. My dog. We were home watching TV. We've been out to the cowboy church riding a horse.
Okay.
So we came home. We were in watching TV, and all of a sudden the dog started barking.
Yeah.
And Debbie looked out the window. And she said, "Dale, go up the Lord's. There's a bunch of police cars up there."
Yeah.
And I came up to see what was going on.
Okay.
And then 3 policemen. I'm 76. Took 3 policemen, I guess, to constrain me. And they said I almost ran over a deputy. I didn't see a deputy until he stepped up. I was looking at the guy right here by the car where the lights are flashing.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I mean, I don't care what. I mean, I don't really mind. If y'all want to take me to jail, that's fine with me. I don't care.
So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. And I believe that you didn't see him. That's what we've all been discussing, that type of thing. I don't think you were trying to run anybody over or anything like that.
Well, Lord God, no. I'm 70. You know, I ain't had a speeding ticket in 30 years.
Yes, sir. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? You're not going to jail. Okay. You're in cuffs right now. I'm gonna get you out of cuffs in just a little bit. Okay. But I want you to understand the full situation. All right. That's what we're going on. Okay? I'm not going to charge you resisting arrest or anything crazy like that. Okay. I'm going to give you 1 ticket. Okay. The reason I'm going to give you a citation is obstruction. Okay. Obstruction is not a Class A misdemeanor. Doesn't go on job applications. Doesn't go on nothing like that. Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. What did I obstruct?
It's a hindrance to my investigation for DWI. Okay.
Well, why didn't they just tell me what they were doing?
We tried.
Huh?
That's what we tried to do.
No, you didn't.
We tried.
You didn't do that. Nobody done anything. They just said, you almost ran over my deputy. You almost ran over my deputy. You almost ran over my deputy.
Okay.
And they grabbed me.
Okay. Well,
now you can look at your police. Hadn't y'all got cameras?
We do.
We'll look at them and see if that ain't what happened.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take your word on that. Your wrist is bleeding a little bit. Okay. Are you sure you don't want an ambulance or anything?
Shit, no, I don't want it.
Okay. Let me get this off for you. Some blood on me. Oh, I got some. Well, you got any kind of bloodborne illnesses?
No. What I've got is 76 years of age. That's my skin's like paper.
I can imagine, man. Well, here, let me get this off over here. You go. Got it? There you go. These are good. There you go. Where's these yours?
Have y'all got a paper towel?
Yeah, I got you. Here, just a second. There you go.
We must have really been bad to have 4 police cars out here at one time.
Well, we had a pursuit, and that happens sometimes. One of them is a supervisor. Yeah, we thought we was about to get the old Hatfield McCoy style. I was like, the whole family's coming. It's about to happen. It's like, man, you gotta understand. I saw a car pull up, one person walking, another person walking off the side, and I was like, man, it's because people are crazy.
Well, a little bit of advice.
Yeah.
Next time somebody drives up on his own property, the person ought to probably stop, tell him what's going on before it gets too far out of hand.
And I see that. I see why you say that too. But on the other hand, I also just had somebody run from me. So I see both sides to that. I get that.
What I want you to do is, before you leave,
yes, sir.
I want you to get over there where my car is.
Yeah.
I want you to look right straight across this and see if you see how good if somebody's walking over.
Yeah, no, and you may not have. And I, like I said, I don't doubt you at all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt you at all. That's why I'm giving you a very minimalistic thing. So I mean, if you go to court, say what's happening, likely what they'll do, and this is what I normally see. Well, they'll tell you, the judge will be like, Mr. Dale, you've had a really good life. You've never done nothing crazy. You ain't robbed any banks. If you're good for a year, we'll drop everything, and it's all gone. It goes off the record and everything else. So don't fret too much on it. Do you have any questions in regard to this piece of paper here?
No, I don't have any questions about the paper. I think it's bullshit, but I don't have any questions.
That's okay. That's okay. That's your opinion with it. Because I appreciate your time. Hope things work out, okay? Appreciate you. Yes, sir. What I'm going to do, go ahead and get him moving if y'all are good. What's that? Nope, you're good.
No, we just stand over here and look around.
I'll look at it on the way out. Y'all be safe, okay?
My car will be down.
Okay. Y'all be safe, okay?
No, what you doing?
No, I'm working on stuff right now. You just got a ticket for obstruction. Have a good day, okay? See you on Facebook later. Oh, it never fails.
What was that older guy saying a second ago?
He was saying, "I want you to come over here and take a look," because he's talking about that he didn't see him. Which I was like, "You may not have." I was like, "Yeah, you may not have seen him. That's why I'm not taking you for run nobody over." I promise you, I'm the most lenient, nice cop in the world, dude. I promise you, dude. I swear.
We've got cows, we've got horses, we've got mules. This time of year we have baby calves. I had no idea if something had got out and got run over. I had nothing, no idea. And nobody told me one single thing until after they took me out of the police car and said, "We're not going to take you to jail, we're going to give you a ticket for impeding the government operation." And I said, "Well, what did I impede here?" Because like I say, they were here. I stopped right there.
It was all really a misunderstanding that they took to level 10 for no reason. Now, let's go talk to Dale's criminal defense attorney, John Collins. Good to meet you, John.
Good to meet you.
I wanted to come talk to you because you happen to be the attorney that was representing a person that I'm doing a story on, Mr. Dale Hancock.
Okay.
And also, you actually have a pretty good following on Facebook and TikTok. What are your channels and what do you talk about?
So my channel is John Collins on Facebook, and then John Collins Lawyer on TikTok and YouTube.
Okay.
And I talk mostly about the law, usually put in a little bit of humor, but you know, the one I did this morning was, can you get a DWI on an electric bicycle?
Can you?
Well, it depends.
You have to watch the video to find out, I guess.
Yeah.
He ended up getting arrested for almost running over one of the deputies when the deputy was walking straight towards the truck. The whole thing was pretty silly. It was a big misunderstanding.
Huge misunderstanding.
And I personally don't think they should have even thought about taking him to jail or charging him. And they did charge him.
And I can tell you, this is where de-escalation could have made a big, big, big difference. You've got a older man, and he gets in his truck because he sees all these flashing lights up there, the police up at his daughter's house, which is on his property. And so he goes up there to make sure she's okay, because he's not thinking somebody's getting arrested. He's thinking something happened to his daughter.
Yeah, anyone that sees lights on their property.
Absolutely.
You don't ignore it.
No, so he's driving, and he's driving at what I would think would be a very slow speed, considering he thought something might be going on with his daughter.
That's a good point.
And as he's pulling in, on the body camera, you hear the officer yell, you know, "You almost ran over my deputy." And that was from a supervisor, and he just didn't.
So then he reached out to you, or?
Yeah, reached out to me. I mean, we've known each other for 15 years.
That makes sense.
And so he reached out to me, and I talked to him and said, "Hey, look, this is difficult." And it's difficult because it's clear from the videos that it's not what they say it is. And it's difficult because you got to pay me to do my job.
Right.
And because it's a lot of work, and because you got to pay me, it's not going to be worth it.
Right.
And Dale's a man of principle and said, "John, I don't care how much it costs. I was done wrong." Our system sets people up where there's a lot of people that admit to doing something illegal to pay a fine because hiring an attorney may be $10,000 or $15,000.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to pay an attorney $10,000 or $15,000 for a $150 or $250 fine. But he said, right's right and wrong's wrong. I want you to fight it with everything you got. And they even came back with a really good offer, which, you know, suspended sentence, suspended fine, dismiss it after some time. And he said, all or nothing. And so we stuck to our guns, and they dismissed the charges.
Yeah, why don't you think they just dismissed the charges to begin with? In this situation?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's because the officers don't want to admit they messed up, right? Because if they dismiss the charges, they have to kind of admit, we might not have handled this right. And so I think there's some of that goes along with it. But I mean, I have the benefit of having been on this side and a prosecutor and a defense attorney, and I've sat as a judge.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And so I've seen full circle how the system works and how it should work. And part of the problems we have is that police officers sometimes do get emotionally involved. And it's not their fault, because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, cops are bastards." Well, as a society, we're always telling them, "Well, you should have arrested him, and you should throw him under the jail, and why did he get out on bond?" All of that is before they're ever found guilty.
That's true too.
And so, you know, we all have these like dual-sided arguments that we make. And I try to look at it from an absolute straight down the middle. But even straight down the middle, when I look at this case, I don't see where Dale should have been charged.
I wanted to ask you about your injuries. I have some pictures that I'm not going to be able to really show YouTube. I'm going to put them on screen, but they're going to be all blurred because you have blood and your skin's ripped, and that's just from the cuffs, or was it from something that happened before that?
The only thing, they had cuffs on me, and I was in the car wallowing around. I was in the car long enough that I almost took a nap.
Had to be at least a little bit rough with you for that to happen.
Yeah, I would think.
Because they were pretty bad.
When I got out, I noticed I was bleeding and whatever, had blood all over my shirt and this, that, and the other. To me, I'm a principle kind of guy.
And that's what this is all about for you.
Principle.
This is all about principle. And you were telling me earlier that, I mean, you had never really thought twice about the cops doing anything wrong.
No. And when I talked to the lieutenant, I told him, I said, you know, what you just got through saying, I said, I've always been a law and order kind of person. But I said, now here's what I think. I think y'all had 4 or 5 thugs in uniforms out here. They wasn't deputy sheriffs, they were thugs. And they got on them SWAT uniforms, so they think they're really badasses, and they want to show somebody they were.
Right.
And I happened to be the guy.
And what did the lieutenant say?
Well, he indicated to me that he thought they let me off light.
See, yeah, and so that's where they're getting it from.
Yeah.
And that's what gets under my skin is, like, let's say they were super apologetic and I can't believe that happened to you, then maybe let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
But the fact that they can do no wrong, and even when they do, no they can't, and you're lucky we didn't do
And I actually thought that he would say, we're sorry this happened, we're so on and so forth, you know, we're going to reprimand them or take care of it or do something, you know, but anyway, it never wasn't like that at all. He was 100% on their side. And I told people before, people have laughed about it, and I've laughed about it, I said, you know, really, I got to experience what it's like to have handcuffs on. You know,
that was your first
I could have
time?
gone through my whole life and never actually known this, but now I know, you know, so here we are.
That's funny. You almost had the jail experience.
Almost, you know.
I think a good way to end this video is by reading a portion of the civil rights lawsuit written by civil rights attorney Whitfield Hyman. The deputies placed Dale under arrest in such a rough fashion that his knuckles were bloodied and his wrists and arms were all cut up to the point where they developed severe bruising from his elbows to his fingers. 2 days after the arrest, Dale went to the doctor because he could barely move his arms and his shoulders had become stiff. And 2 months after the arrest, Dale's doctor noted that his heart had gone into atrial fibrillation, which Dale attributes to the stress of his arrest. However, when Dale went to make a complaint, the lieutenant that returned his call said he watched the video and thought Dale got off light, and indicated that no disciplinary action would be taken. As a human being and red-blooded American, Dale had and has a fundamental liberty interest to be free from unreasonable arrests. Due to the callous and irresponsible inaction of the department in response to Dale's complaints, he brings this action. Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 are against Nathan McLean, Addison O'Neill, Seth Howard, and Skylar Cox for the arrest of Dale that lacked probable cause or reasonable suspicion that Dale had committed a crime. And counts 5, 6, 7, and 8 are also brought against Nathan McLean, Addison O'Neill, Seth Howard, and Skylar Cox for the arrest of Dale that was conducted using excessive force. The defendants illegally injured Dale without legal justification during the arrest, and ACA 513-202 is battery in the second degree, which is a Class D felony. And so did the deputies screw up? Heck yes they did, but that's not why this lawsuit was filed. The lawsuit was filed because the Faulkner County Sheriff's Department refuses to take any responsibility for their screw up. They would rather an innocent 77-year-old man with no criminal history get charges on his record than they just take some responsibility for their own actions. Why is that? Why would the Sheriff's Department in Faulkner County rather an innocent man be found guilty than they just take some responsibility for their own actions? And this is the reason Dale is filing the lawsuit, because they need to be held accountable. It's not about the money or anything else. It's about holding this department accountable for their own actions. And I praise Dale for doing this. And you already know I'm going to keep you updated on this story as it all unfolds, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, share this video everywhere. And if you're looking for a specific video on my channel, you can go to my channel page and hit the playlist tab, and I have all my videos categorized by county or by state if outside of Arkansas, so you can find a video near you. And thank you for watching this video until the end. It really warms my heart. I'll see you in the next one.
Like I say, I rode bareback horse for 23 years, and then I started announcing rodeos, and I've been announcing rodeos for about 30, and I've pretty much wound that down. And what we do now is we do a lot of trail riding.